This week's episode of the Living Outrageously podcast is brought to you by the Samurai Lounge. Join your fellow samurai in this exclusive group by signing up at livingoutrageously.com.
Welcome to the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson, that's Matt the freaking man Kelly, and this is the show for passionate, creative, and intelligent people who want to step up and make their dent in the universe. Matt the freaking Kelly, impossible is an opinion. And today we are delivering a big kick in the pants to everyone, including ourselves, Matt Kelly. How bad do you want it?
Yeah, how bad do you want it? This is about not only knowing what I want, but knowing why and being able to fight for that every single day. Because guess what? When the sloth comes, when the sloth attacks you and you think you're on the path, if you don't really want it, man, it's going to be challenging to fight that off. So that's what this is really about here. It's about knowing what you want, you know why you want it. This is about continuing on that path to reaching the ultimate glory and success.
Absolutely, Matt Kelly. So big kick in the pants today. If you've been maybe a little stuck or a little, the sloth's been getting you a bit or a little bit of complacency, this is the episode. We're going to give you a big kick in the pants. Get moving. The samurais need you. Speaking of samurais, Matt Kelly, there are many of them in the Samurai Lounge.
Man, this is so good. Jeez.
If you haven't heard of the Samurai Lounge, then you are about to hear about it. It is this LOP's private Facebook group for cool, outrageous, passionate, creative, awesomely insane people who want to network, make stuff happen, celebrate victories, and generally have a good time being themselves without being judged. Matt Kelly, it's the place to be.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Some very insightful and amazing conversations going on in that lounge. I honestly, every time I go there, I'm like, what? This is amazing. Every day, every single day, I'm like, iPhone, check. Oh, look, 30 people have now contributed their thoughts to why making a list works and doesn't work and the best ways to do it. Are you kidding me? Man, I'm outsourcing my research and development to the Samurai Lounge. This is so cool. It's so cool. And dude, some of the smartest people that we know are now in there talking. These are true samurai. And if you want to take part, Dave, free. How ridiculous.
Right-hand side, livingoutrageously.com. Sign up. We'll send you the link. In you go. And you will be making new friends, Matt Kelly. I was actually talking to Kelly, who's in the Samurai Lounge the other day. And she's like, Dave, there's all these people like in Chicago and like Phoenix and LA adding me. And I'm like, yeah.
Isn't that's the beauty of the LOP? Like, man, this is the global economy now. Talk about getting real. This is like man, the world is changing dramatically. Now we can do business with people all over the world. We can network people all over the world. We're doing a video call right now. You could be on one side of the earth, me on the other, and this would still work. Why? Man, the borders are dropping. I'm predicting like global think about economy, like global currency. It's going to happen. It will happen at some point.
Global currency.
The
global dollar.
It's going to happen. Oh, and I just got to note, if you want to go and join, please come in and participate. Just, as Dave mentioned, livingoutrageously.com, sign up in the side panel. We'll email you the link. Go in there, hit the button to say, let me join, and we will let you join. And just so cool. So cool.
Awesome. So let's get straight down to business. Should we, Matt Kelly?
Let's do it.
To get down?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Great. Okay, so today we're talking about desire. We're talking about hunger. How bad do you want to live this outrageous lifestyle? Okay. Cruises in Hawaii, Matt Kelly. Skiing tits deep in Alaska. Exotic fruits on a tropical island. Overwater bungalow, Bora Bora with light breezes blowing. That shit's not just going to, happen to you.
Dave, that coconut water isn't going to drink itself.
It's not, man. The coconut's not even going to come down from the tree by itself unless there's a storm.
Yeah.
But the benefit of storms. But anyway, what we're saying here today is that you absolutely must go hard for what you want. You know, there's so many great examples of other people out there that are living outrageously, and we're going to go through a few of them later. But just for the moment, it's important to note that the absolute number one characteristic of people that get what they want is they are freaking hungry for it, Matt Kelly. They live with this purpose that, you know what, I could do tomorrow, so I have to make today count for everything. And you know what? There's a great story that was posted in the Samurai Lounge a few days ago, and I'm just going to quickly share it. So there's 86,400 seconds in a day, yeah? Okay? Now, imagine if you had a bank account with $86,400. Imagine if you had a bank account and every single day that bank balance was wiped clear. Okay? Wiped clear. Went back to zero, whether you'd used it or not. Now, if you woke up tomorrow and that was the case, what would you go and do with that $86,000, Matt Kelly?
Ooh, geez, that would be an outrageous life. It'd have to be spent.
And
it would have to be spent.
So here's the question: would you go out and spend like $86 of that, or would you spend like 4,000 of that, or what would you do?
If you know it's going to expire, I'm pretty sure you're going to try and get to the bottom of that pile every single day. Just putting it out there, I'm pretty sure. If I say, Dave, here's $100, no strings attached, but you must spend it this hour, you're not going to go and spend $1.
I'm going to milk it for all it's worth, Matt Kelly.
You can buy a lot of coconuts for $100. Man,
you can buy that is very true. You can buy a lot of coconuts. So the same thing with time. What do you get 86,400 seconds every day. Now, whether you've used those seconds to good value or not, when that clock strikes 12, boom, they're done. It's done.
You can never, ever take them back. You can never, ever get that back.
Matt Kelly, if you're 30 years of age right now, say you're 30 years and 126 days old, okay?
Okay.
Well, guess what? Tomorrow you'll be 30 days and 127. You will never be that age that you are today. You will never be that again.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're 21, you will never be 21 again once you turn 22.
Man, doesn't that... already I'm going like, oh man, I've got so much to do today. What?
You know what it does to me? It does to me, because I always used to think this. When I was like 18, 19, I was like, all right, what are the things in my life that I absolutely must do while I'm 18? These are like, must do 18 things. One of them was to go to schoolies, like the end of school festival in Australia, and just party like it's 1999. I absolutely had to do that. One of the things was to go to Canada. Absolutely had to do that, and I did it. Same with rugby, man. You can't play rugby when you can play rugby when you're 50 or 60 or 100.
Not necessarily the same way that you would have when you were younger.
That's right. So you got to make the most of every single day. Yeah. Now,
I suppose for me, this is like really thinking about, like, do you have unfulfilled goals or like dreams or anything like that you haven't taken action on yet? Because guess what? If you wait until tomorrow, that's another day lost. And another, all those seconds of potential action gone purely because you said, I'll do it tomorrow. And you get to a point where suddenly it's like, oh, I can't do that. And I can't do that. And I can't do that. It's too late. So me knowing that I could potentially, like, by not taking immediate action today, I'm going to lose that time. And you could die tomorrow. As you mentioned before, no one knows. And anything could happen. I could walk out that building right now, lightning could strike, and I could be gone. Right? I hope that doesn't happen, but it could happen. So you never ever know when that happens. So if that doesn't inspire you to take immediate action and know that those goals you may never actually reach, that should be, to me, that's inspiring. What an opportunity. Like, I'm here for a defined period of time, and every minute that I do not take action, I lose. Damn.
The sloth comes back at you. And think about it. If you do not get what you want, how are you going to be able to live with the frustration and regret of, I didn't get it. What about the frustration of of sitting there. If you're stuck in your situation, if you feel stuck, and remember, the truth is that you're not stuck. Those couple of guys that fell in the Hoover Dam when it was built, and fell to the bottom, they were stuck. You're not stuck.
How's that for context?
Right.
Oh, what's that? You think you're stuck in that rut? Really? Tell me about the giant hole that you were stuck in that you cannot escape from. Like, yeah.
But the frustration of going, I know I'm better than this.
Yeah. Just think of this. Is it easier for you to sit back, watch everyone else live their lives around you, watch the world happen around you, and not necessarily ever achieve the goal that you wanted? You could sit back and go, that's easy, I'm going to do that. Or you could go, actually, I do know what I want. I do have those goals. I have done that ideal day exercise, that ideal life exercise, and gone, wow, that life isn't going to live itself. That's not going to come to me. I can't continue on my current path necessarily. Maybe you can, but to get that life. For me to get the life that I truly want, I've got to fight for it. And if I'm going to fight for it, man, that's going to take passion, it's going to take resourcefulness, it's going to take requirements, but I cannot waste another minute. Not another second.
There is always another level, Matt Kelly, and we're going to go through some examples of some people that we consider to be just quite simply living outrageously. And one belief that they have is that there is always another level. Wherever they're at, there is always another level, and they just hustle their brains out to get there, I want to say exactly what we're talking about. So the living outrageously lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's how bad do you want it? How bad do you want the living outrageously lifestyle? Now, what does that mean? Well, for many of us, and we have different vehicles for achieving all of these, but on this podcast, and if you're following, it means things like passive income, sometimes from online business, probably from online business, perhaps from other investments. It means extensive traveling, Matt Kelly.
Yeah.
Not just like, I'm going away for a weekend, or when I get my holiday a year, I'm going to take a week and go somewhere, but it's probably going to rain, so I'm not going to get to do anything. Like, I'm not talking about that bullshit, man. I'm talking about dropping $30K on a week 4 times a year, and going away for weekends every second weekend, and then sometimes when you feel like it, just going, you know what? I'm going to travel the world for 6 months.
How's this? Spontaneous and calculated. That pretty much encapsulates the travel that I want to be doing. There'll be aspects of it that are very spontaneous, but there'll also be actually, I'm going to plan that 10-week whatever, because it's going to be crazy and ridiculous and epic, and I'm going to maximize every second. The other one might be spontaneous long weekend. What am I going to do? Spontaneous 4, 5, 6 days. What am I going to do? To me, that's my samurai travel lifestyle. It's I've got so many different options, and I grab whatever I feel like at any particular time. It's exciting.
Exactly. Did you know, Matt Kelly, I'm going to share a little personal moment here. In my ideal life that I've mapped out, I have $124,000 per year budgeted for spontaneous travel.
There you go.
And you know what? Even just saying that now, I'm like, it's probably not enough. It's probably not enough. Because I'm always looking for the next level. I'm at this level now, and when I say, I'm like, hold on. If I want to go to space twice a year, then...
And take 10 friends with you.
Yeah.
Jeez, that presents challenges. Because if you're going to go to space, you want to take people with you.
And exactly, man. But the thing is, for me to say these big things and want these things, I've got to want that really bad. Really bad. Because if I say that to anyone outside of the LOP, they're going to be like...
So on that, Dave, I want to say that's exactly right. The whole point of this is, and you really, if you're listening to this conversation right now and you don't know what we're talking about, you think we're a bit crazy, you've got to go back and watch Ideal Day, Ideal Life episodes back from season 1. Because in those episodes, we talked explicitly about how you have to really break it down and calculate day to day what experiences you want to have, and then build your budget around what you truly want to do. Because the point here is, Dave can say, I want $300,000 a year for travel, right? And that's not crazy to me, and it's not crazy. I guarantee you, Dave, the people in Samurai Lounge will look at that and go, that's awesome. What are you going to do? Tell us about, go into more depth. Where are you going? What are you doing there? Who are you taking? What time are you spending while you do that? So there's a level of like, whoa, that's scary. It's a big number, whatever. Once you've done the exercise, it's not. And people outside of the community, Dave, will immediately go, "You're crazy. You're crazy. What? Over $100,000 a year on, that's not even planned travel. That's spontaneous travel. Like, that's crazy." But really, if you've done the exercise and you know you want it and you truly, truly want it, you make it happen.
So let's talk about other things. So there's this desire for travel and for being fit and healthy and like achieving fitness goals. And, you know, personally, I want to climb Everest and I will climb Everest. And there's other people that want to do, maybe they don't want to climb Everest, but maybe they just want to go in their first triathlon or win a bike ride or climb Machu Picchu or even go to Everest Base Camp or just go on a trek somewhere in nature and or maybe just go to the West Indies and walk along the beach for like 4 days. Whatever it is, that's the life. If you want that lifestyle, you got to hustle. You got to really want it. Because to really have that desire, that's what fuels you. That's what keeps you up early. It keeps you up early, keeps you up late, and really drives you forward. If you really want to spend time with family and friends, like how many times have you gone, shit, would really, really like to go to this, but I've got work?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's not the way to do it. And the truth is, yes, sometimes you might need to work to buy food so you can eat, if that happens to be your situation.
Yeah.
But that's not what you want to shoot for. You want to spend as much time. This is what I want anyway, Matt Kelly. I want to be able to talk to my mate, one of my goods in New York, and him to go, "Oh, Dave, there's something on this weekend." I'm like, "Yeah, cool. I'll be there."
New York? It's only 13 hours away. I can make that happen.
Yeah. And this is like a call coming in on Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, Thursday night, I'm like, yeah, I'll come.
We've done it before.
We've done it before.
Yeah.
We've done it before. So that's what I'm talking about.
Can I say on that? You made a point earlier. I just want to say this. I heard an awesome quote from Gary Vaynerchuk, and he said, "If you enjoy going to sleep, you're losing. Okay, and if you hate going to sleep, you're winning." And his point there was like, this is about maximizing it. So if you know that's what you want to do and you truly want to do it, man, you're going to fight for it. It just reminded me that when you said the whole going to sleep early and whatever it was. But if you know you want it, you're going to fight for it. And if you want that life, if you want to be able to get in that plane and go this weekend to go and hang out with your friend and go to whatever event that is or spend time doing something that you find truly compelling, that you would love to do, man, you're going to find a way. Of course you're going to find a way. But you've got to really, really want it. Really want it.
Yeah, not just kind of want it.
Yeah, I can say, "Hey Dave, yeah, I probably I'll climb Everest with you." I don't necessarily. That's not my goal. It might be yours. I don't. My goal isn't to see the top of Everest and go, "I need to stand there." I'll tell you what, it could be at some point. It's not today. I've got other goals in mind when I talk about travel and fitness and ridiculousness that I do want to do. That's not one of them. That's okay. They don't have to be the same. But you've got to really want it. It's not just adopting what other people say and trying to make that yours. It doesn't necessarily work like that.
I love Matt Kelly just then, that how decisive you were, and I'll just bring up a little samurai characteristic is that the samurai looks at his options or hears something and goes, "You know what? Yes, that's for me." Or he'll go, "No, not for me now. Thank you. Next." And that's exactly what you did. I'm like, Everest, and you're like, yeah, not now.
There's nothing wrong with Everest. I've got no problem with Everest, and at some point I might. But right now, there's other things that I know I want more. And for me, that's the biggest distinction.
Yes.
It's being able to say, cool, it's on the horizon. It might even be in the book. It's on the horizon. It's in the future. But it's not this year. It's probably not next year. I've got other things that I personally want to fight for. So I'll do it. I'll make it happen.
Not Everest. Not this year.
Not this year. Maybe next year.
Not next year.
Maybe.
Reconsider 2014.
It requires ongoing evaluation, like any ideal life does.
Oh, Matt Kelly, if you make it to the top of Everest, I will do a rain dance.
And buy me a coconut water. Nice.
That is hilarious. Excellent. All right, so let's look let's look at how do you get this. Let's look at a few examples of people that did whatever it took. Whatever it takes, they would do it to reach their goal. And it did not matter. So first guy I want to talk about, Tony Hsieh, founder, CEO, Zappos.com, big online shoe retailer. By the way, if you work in a job and you know that you're not an entrepreneur but you still want to have a job, go and work at Zappos because they are awesome. They will let you be yourself and the environment. You know what, Matt Kelly? I just got their 2011 culture book. Tony sent it to me for free and I was like, sweet. Man, it is more than what I observed it to be initially. It is a crazy place. So go see Zappos.
So here's one for you, Dave. To those of you in a job or in a place where where you're in a position of authority, you might work in human resources or something like that, and you're looking at your environment and going, yeah, there's clearly something wrong here. Maybe it's your samurai calling to adopt some of those strategies or improve the environment for all of the other samurai that are working there. Maybe. So it's worth checking that out.
Good point. I want to bring up what Tony Hsieh did. He did whatever it took to ensure the survival of Zappos, man. And they went to venture capitalists early on, right?
Yeah.
Early in the life of Zappos, and it was like a Friday, and they needed funding on that Friday in order to keep the company alive. And the call comes in on like the Thursday night. No, we're not providing the funding.
Yeah.
So Tony's like, shit. Everyone else is like, shit. Tony funds it himself out of his own pocket. Yeah. It even got to the stage where he owned, because remember, he owned Link Exchange, this company. Nice tea, Matt Kelly. What is that?
This is Green Rose. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail your conversation. Green Rose. It is delicious. It is amazing. It is healthy and it is delicious and I love it.
Green Rose. Have I tried that? Have I tried that?
At some point you would have, yeah. It was one of the first ones that we got. It is amazing. It is seriously amazing. I apologize for us not podcasting in the same venue. Yeah, I apologize for that. Next time.
I could really do with some Green Rose. That would be outstanding.
It is delicious. It's truly delicious. Cheers.
Send me some via the interwebs immediately.
So good.
Wow.
So good.
That is extraordinary. Green Rose. Anyway, so Tony Hsieh, his first company was Link Exchange, which sold for like $265 million or something like that. And so he went out and bought all this property. And one of the things that he bought was this loft, this penthouse loft in the top of quite a big building. It got to the stage with Zappos where he was like, you know what? We're going to sell this. We're going to sell it. He was selling his own stuff to fund the property, man, to fund the business, company. Yeah. And he kept doing that. And if you read his book, Delivering Happiness, Passion, Profits, and Purpose.
That's correct, yes.
Tony Hsieh.
I can see it right there.
You got it. Yeah. If you read that, you will know. Yeah, that one. That one. Powered by Service. If you read that, you'll notice that so many times he ends a chapter with, we didn't know where we were going to get funding.
Yeah.
But we made it happen.
Yeah.
Many times.
Dude, crazy ride he went on. I'll tell you what. It is very inspiring. And the way that he raised cash is crazy. Like literally, he was like, okay, I need money. I have this. I need to sell it to exchange it for money. So I can put money in the business and continue to grow the business to make more money and to make it work and to make it happen. And he clearly never gave up because he eventually sold it to Amazon. So, yeah, he's done well.
Next person. So the thing to take up from Tony Hsieh is this single-minded focus on we will do this. We will achieve the result that we wanted. And of course, the result that he wanted was to be probably the best known shoe company online delivering wow service to customers. That's what he wants to be known for. And if you've had any involvement with Zappos, then you will know that they do provide that wow service.
Yeah.
So, Matt Kelly, next guy that I want to talk about, Will Smith.
Will Smith. What a legend that guy is. Man, super talented, but also very insightful.
So he is one. This gives you an insight into how bad he wants it and what he'll do. He'll do anything it takes, Matt Kelly. anything it takes. He says, when I get on a treadmill and you get on the treadmill, there's only two things going to happen. Either you're going to fall off or I'm going to die trying.
Yeah.
So he's either going to beat you or die. Imagine coming across a guy like that in a dark alley. When your path crosses with a guy like that, what's going to happen? You know another thing he says? He goes, when other people are resting, he's working. When other people are drinking, he's working. When other people are, what is he? I even forget now, but he's just always working.
Yeah.
Always working.
There's a lot you can take from that, Dave. We started this podcast at 8 o'clock this morning, Sunday morning. Guess what a lot of our peers were doing in Brisbane? They were asleep. Why were they asleep? Because they spent all last night drinking. What are we doing? We're podcasting because we have a message here that we want this fellow samurai to grab hold of. What are you doing? And like, think about it in context of your life. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to make it happen? Are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to look at that table of people and go, I've got to be at the top. I'm not going to give up. I will be the Will Smith in this situation. I will keep going because I know you're going to give up before I do. Because I'll be dead.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And Matt Kelly, that's a mindset that really carried me personally through high school. I did exceptionally well in high school. And I played sport. I was like social life. I did everything. And there's these full-on, like what school would call as nerds who get very good grades, but that's all they do is they study.
Yeah.
But I knew I could look at them and go, man, you know what? I'm doing this and this and this and this, and I'm studying, but I turn up and I know I'm going to beat you because I work harder than you. I cover my bases. Every base, I cover it. That's the mindset that Will Smith has. And you know what? You were saying you want to get to the top. You want to sit at the table with these people. Maybe you don't want to sit at the table with these people.
It's
maybe
cool. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe you just want to go on every single cruise ship that has ever existed in the entire world, or visit every island in the South Pacific, or like travel the world searching for coconuts, or like Harold and go to Thailand and talk about goldfish.
Oh, we haven't heard from Harold in a long time. Yeah.
We haven't.
Harold, yeah. That's a season 1 throwback there. I like it.
Whatever it is. And next guy I want to talk about, 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent. Sometimes he says he needs to stay up for 3 days to be successful, right? You got to stay up for 3 days. No sleeping. He says sleeping is for people that are broke.
Wow. Powerful, hey? That's very Gary Vaynerchuk, actually. It's very like
it is.
If you're enjoying going to bed, if you're pissed off that you've got to go to sleep, then you're winning. Like, damn, that's cool. That's really cool. Gary's like, damn it, I've got to get rest, so I'm still strong tomorrow. I really don't want to. I really want to just keep doing what I'm doing. This is awesome. I'm living my dreams. This is an awesome life. But then it's like, got to sleep. Oh, all right. If I have to do it, I'll do it. The next day, bang, again. And that's 50 Cent. That's what he does.
Did you know that Tony Robbins only sleeps about 3 or 4 hours a night?
Doesn't that say a lot about, like, we've been conditioned to believe that we need 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep a night, whatever it is, 6, 7, whatever. But reality is, your whole body is adaptable and trainable and like changeable. And if that's your behavior now, maybe you do. Maybe there's a reason why you do. But ultimately, why not experiment with it and play with it? And, you know, I think that's really, really quite exciting.
The first step to changing anything is to believe that you can change, Matt Kelly. So if you believe you can operate off 4 hours, then that's the first step. Maybe you can't, but you're not going to know unless you believe that you can to begin with.
Well, tell me about, before we do, tell me, in terms of Tony Robbins, tell me that awesome story you told me about how when he wrote his first book, about how he was doing the Power Within on one of his big sessions, and then, 5-day sessions, and then wrote the whole book in one night during the set. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So he was in Fiji doing his Date with Destiny seminar, and he was a couple of days into it, and then he went back to his bungalow at midnight or something after his being on stage for 12 hours. And he'd already been on stage for a number of days. And then he just had this, something came up inside him. He's like, oh, I've got it. So he sat down and he wrote for like 8 hours straight, which was the basis for his first book. And then he went back on stage. He didn't sleep. And he had it was just crazy, man. Crazy? That's what most people would say.
Yeah, by his standards, normal. Entirely achievable. Now, based on that, I've met quite a number of people who've said, I want to write a book. Like, LOP viewers know that I wrote Outsourcing with Confidence, which is Amazon, blah, blah, blah. I talk to a lot of people who are like, oh, you wrote a book. How'd you write it? How long did it take? What did you do? Ask, typical questions. That's fine. But what's really interesting to me is they would say, oh, yeah, I've always wanted to write a book on this, or I've always wanted to do that. Like, man, Tony Robbins wrote his in a night. And 10 hours either day around that. He was doing sessions for a huge number of people. What's your excuse? What is do you really want to do it? Have you always really wanted to do it? Because if you have, you would have. So maybe you need to think about that.
Very wise, Matt Kelly. Very wise. So, all right, let's look at some things that Tony Hsieh, Will Smith, 50 Cent, and Beyonce all have in common. They know what they want, man. They know what they want. And they go after it, and they will do, their standard is that they will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever it takes. If you went to 50 Cent and said, to be successful, you need to run across the United States, he would do it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
He would do it. Whatever it takes.
Because he could be, and that's because he truly believes, he knows what he wants. He absolutely knows. Therefore, of course he's willing to do it. This is the outcome I want. I must have this. My next album must be number one. My next tour must be a sellout. Here's all the things that he must do. Man, when you've got that attitude, when you've got that mindset, of course he's going to do that.
So that's the first one. Know what you want. And then the fact they just keep turning up. They keep turning up. They keep doing the work, and that builds confidence.
Yeah.
That builds confidence. And, all right, to give that much of themselves, here's another interesting point. They do not have any inner conflicts. They are 100% behind what they are doing. They are giving everything of themselves, all right? There's no part of them. There's none of this foot on the brake, one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake, sort of I want it, but this part of me...
Yeah, it's scary, or it's intimidating, or it's, people might judge me for it, or they won't understand, or it might go wrong. There's people at 50 Cent have that ability to go, actually, no, I want that. Every part of me wants that. All of those limiting beliefs, all of those inner conflicts, draw that line, watch them walk away. This is what I'm doing.
Full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. There's... That's what they do. They're pushing the limits. They want to get there fast. They want to reach the absolute next level, Matt Kelly.
Yeah,
absolute next level. And as we said before, wherever you are now, there is always another level.
Yeah.
Okay? You can be happy with where you're at, great. But if you sit there, someone who wants it more than you is going to come nip you on the butt sooner or later. You got to keep growing. You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Absolutely have to keep moving. So, all right, Matt Kelly, I think it's a good time now. Just going to have a quick word where I'm opening up my coaching practice to some more coaching clients right now. So if you want coaching, if you want to take it to the next level, Matt Kelly, if you want to step up, if you want to go to that another level, if you do want it really bad, I encourage you to get involved. So coaching is for people, Matt Kelly, people that want results, all right? You might have been stuck for a little while. If you've been stuck in your business or stuck with a decision that you just don't know what to make, you might have lost sight of what's really important to you, and you're just floundering a little bit we talked about that frustrated stage.
Yeah.
Where you're just I'm so frustrated because I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this, but I don't know what's holding me back. Right? If you've lost that connection with the samurai, if you're watching this, you know you're a samurai, right? But if you've
They've gotten 35 minutes in, Dave. They're definitely samurai.
30. If you feel like you might have lost that connection, coaching is for you, Matt Kelly. Absolutely. So if you want to get involved, go to the.com. There'll be a little link there, coaching. Just click that. Have a look at the different programs.
You dropped out there, Dave. It's livingoutrageously.com.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
And is my video still there, Matt Kelly?
Yeah, your video's here. Is it dropping out at your end?
No.
Yeah.
My fat fingers just pressed a button and I've disappeared. But that's okay.
You're still here. No stress.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. So if you do want to get involved, do want to find out what it's about, exactly, livingoutrageously.com, and click on the coaching button. You'll find out all about it. And I really do look forward to working with some people and getting some amazing results.
Yeah.
It is the season of the samurai, Matt
Yeah,
Kelly.
I'll say on this, like, I've worked personally with Dave for a long time now, and I've known Dave for a long time. And the one thing that we've learned together, I guess, is that you've got to have good people around you to make things happen. Like, let's face it, every successful person, correct me if I'm wrong here, Dave, I'm just going to throw this out there, either has a good mentor or follows good people or builds a relationship with good people around them to help them. These are your fellow samurai. You can get that in the Samurai Lounge. You can get it by watching the podcast. But having a personal day-to-day relationship with someone is epic. And I've got a couple of mentors in my day-to-day life in different areas in which I'm operating in. And it's amazing because at any time you reach out, you say, I'm trying to do this, or do you know someone that can help me with this, or what should I do here? And you get strong people around you. Coaching is absolutely an awesome way of escalating the process, of speeding it up. And that's where there's no reason why, if you're sitting there, if you're in that rut, right, and you know you want it and you know you want out, and you've got to know you want to get out. If you really push, you'll make it happen. And that's where, Dave, this is just massively valuable. And, I just want to thank you again for doing this. Last time was massively successful, the last time you did the boot camp, and it can only grow and be more beneficial for people, and it's just exciting.
Awesome, Matt Kelly. Awesome. Well, dude, that is just about a wrap. It's getting close to beach handball time, so...
Ooh, excellent.
So we might just break now. Is there anything more that you want to add?
Get involved in the Samurai Lounge, people. Join us. That's about it.
Love it.
That's about it.
Love it. That's it, Matt Kelly.
Awesome.
How bad do you want it? Did we deliver a big kick up the butt to people to go to the next level? I think so. Thank you for being you, Matt Kelly.
Dave Thompson.
Appreciation.
Thank you. Sunday morning, where would you rather be? Thank you. Dave Thompson. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure podcasting with you this morning.
I'm sending you a cable of appreciation, Matt Kelly.
Oh, I appreciate that. And likewise.
Alrighty, very good. Well, there's nothing more left to say except thank you, Green Rose Tea.
That's right. Shout out to T2, Australian retailer of gourmet teas. Thank you.
You won't let the sloth win, will you, Matt Kelly? And if you want a boring life, go sit in a cubicle. My name's Dave Thompson. That was Matt the freaking man Kelly. And we will catch you on the other side.
Peace out, everyone.